Alright, y'all, Boruto chapter 10 spoilers just dropped. Official translations aren't out yet. Y'all know how this go. But Sarada done brought me out of retirement, bro. She's out here 1v1 in Sasuke. Not only that, Kurama also made a return last month, and also we found out that Himawari is now officially a Jinchuriki. It was a question last month, but now we got it confirmed. We even got a death in this chapter. And to be honest, plot-wise, those things right there might not actually be the biggest thing because Boruto is still not able to use his Karma Seal. But regardless, we're gonna get into the Sarada part at first. First things first. One of the things that I've been talking about for a very long time is how strong Sarada could possibly be. I thought there is no way she could potentially be a god level character for a couple of reasons. I think one of the main ones is because she is an Uchiha. They are a very strong clan, but in the context of the god level characters, they aren't necessarily that. We talked about this. Itachi was a one of a kind. Obito as well was a generational Uchiha member. Madara was a one of a kind, and Sasuke himself just literally broke all the rules. Like, these are spectacular Uchiha members. And Sarada, at the age of, let's say, 15 or 16, may have surpassed all of them, which is crazy to think about. Now, if you guys haven't necessarily seen the spoilers, which I'm pretty sure you guys have, we do see Hidari essentially pulling up on Sarada. Context, I'm pretty sure you guys know the context, even though I haven't really been talking about this. Hidari's target is Sarada. Earlier on in the Boruto manga, all the Shinju essentially named out their targets. Right now, Jura's target was supposed to be Naruto, but we found out that Naruto doesn't really have the tailed beast, so now his target migrated to Himawari. Sarada is Sasuke's target, and as soon as Sarada pulled up on the battlefield, it was on sight. Now, a couple of things that really makes me excited for Sarada. First things first, Hidari actually tried to catch Sarada off guard. Now, if you guys don't necessarily know, this has been a problem with Sarada, and one that I personally didn't necessarily like. Now, if you guys don't necessarily recall the instances that other people caught off guard, Kawaki did before the time skip, and even post time skip, one of the regular claw grind literally almost caught Sarada off guard. But in this particular situation, Sarada was absolutely on 10s, and I believe that the feats that are probably going to be the biggest for Sarada in this particular chapter is going to be one, dodging Hidari. Not only dodging Hidari, dodging a Chidori from Hidari, and not only that, also hitting Sasuke with her own Chidori. This right here outlines the speed that Sarada has. In my personal opinion, they need to do some very good work of actually filling in a lot of the blanks on how she got this strong. Who was she training with? Was it Sakura? Was it Orochimaru? Was it Kakashi? A couple of things that we want to know haven't necessarily been answered in regards to Sarada's training regimen through the time skip. I'm pretty sure with this chapter, a lot of people are going to be extremely interested in finding out who trained her. Whoever that is probably gonna get a promotion, a raise. The Spurs might even hire him to train Wemby. You never really know. But in my personal opinion, this just opens the door to a lot more conversations that Sarada has to be in. She's in the Naruto conversation. She's in the old school Sasuke conversation. Like, she's in those conversations, and not only that, other conversations as well moving forward. Is she potentially going to be stronger than Ishiki Otsutsuki? Is she actually going to be fighting alongside Boruto and Kawaki, or let's say Boruto and someone else, whoever's going to be the good guys in the future against the actual other foes? One of the downsides for Sakura was the fact that she never really got that light that she should have gotten. Kishimoto, he's standing on business. He's making a point to put Sarada in the limelight, and I really do hope he's gonna pen it great. I hope he's gonna pen it great. The only thing that I don't necessarily like is the actual potency of Sarada's attack. My guy Hidari got up 2 seconds after that. This might speak to how strong Sarada actually is, or it may also speak how strong Sasuke and these Shinju's durability is. Regardless, it was a very good showing for Sarada in this particular episode. And not only that, the Kawaki thing. I've been talking about Kawaki and Sarada for a very long time. The comparisons never made sense to me. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Once Sarada puts a feat like this on the board, it makes a lot of sense. However, I do want to point out, it's not fully. I've seen some people jumping out the window like Kawaki didn't already put pause on my guy Sasuke already, like without his Karma Seal. But we're gonna let Sarada have her day. The next thing I want to talk about has to be Kurama and Himawari becoming the brand new Jinchuriki. I think that this right here was a very good touch by the Boruto writers. The only thing that was really confusing to me was how Kurama did actually survive. Kurama tried to explain in this particular chapter. He basically said that the tailed beast can never really die. And again, these are unconfirmed translations, and I'm pretty sure once the official translations come out, they're gonna explain it a lot better. I just always thought that once the chakra completely gets depleted, then it's no more tailed beast. But hey, if they're adding Karma in, I'm happy to be wrong, or I'm happy for it to be a retcon. I'm just happy all around. Himawari actually being the character to actually get Karma is a good thing in my opinion. Similar to Sarada, I didn't necessarily know how Himawari was going to eventually become a god tier combatant, and it seems like this could be the pathway. One of the things that Karma, or this new Nine Tails, did actually say, he pretty much said that she has stronger chakra or better chakra. Again, unconfirmed translations, but she has better chakra than all of her predecessors, and that includes Naruto. And not only that, he also said that her chakra also has a natural affinity to his chakra as well. And we already know that Karma could reach those Baryon mode levels. Not saying that Himawari is going to get a Baryon mode, but it's confirmed that Karma can punch in those weight classes. Karma can actually get up there. And now, since they're already laying the foundations that Himawari is probably going to be a better Jinchuriki, I ain't gonna lie, this seems like Karma may actually get her all the way up there to potentially Baryon mode levels. Not necessarily saying that she's just going to rely on a Baryon mode. But in this chapter, essentially what happened, Himawari and Jura, they were on a chase. They were on a manhunt, and essentially they were hunting down Himawari and the rest of Team 10. Team 10, they was doing their best. They was doing their darnest, and I have to give it to them. In fact, Jura himself even talked about how good their teamwork actually was. But let's be honest, it is Jura, it is a god tier combatant. Arguably, he may actually be the strongest character in the whole entire series as of right now. You know, you never really know. We don't really know exactly how he's going to fare against Damon, but he essentially smoked Inojin off of the bat, and I thought this right here was a very good touch by the Boruto writers, simply because it establishes a level of seriousness that the Boruto series just hasn't necessarily had for that long. Now, in my personal opinion, of course, lately the Boruto series has been extremely serious, and especially with the advent of the Kata organization. But one of the things that I've been asking for, and of course this right here is necessarily like a good thing to be asking for, but we don't necessarily feel the stakes. Like, for example, when the Kata organization was around, they racked up a lot less bodies in theory, or that we've seen, than, let's say, the Akatsuki. I thought that they should have had the effect or the impact in regards to killing other people as the Akatsuki, and it seems that Jura is potentially taking up that mantle and less of the Kata organization mantle of trying to leave as less traces as possible. Now, of course, we do have to confirm if Inojin is actually dead or not. You never really know, but it would be a very, very sad scene if Inojin did actually die. I'd feel so bad for my guy Sai. If you guys do recall, Sai had some of the best character development in the entire series. Coming into the series, he was like this emo guy, even arguably more emo than Sasuke, and then he became this nice guy. He was almost like a pseudo Kawaki in a sense. And now if his son dies, you have to think about his potential mental health. And not only that, Ino as well. Let's be honest, Ino also had her fair share of hardship, and to be honest, we're probably going to feel the impact on Ino's side significantly more, because Ino is like critical to the storyline. Ino is actually controlling the communications between Shikamaru and everybody else in the Hidden Leaf Village, and not only that, the other storyline, Shikamaru and Boruto as well. So that right there is going to be a big storyline, hypothetically, if Inojin is actually dead. Now, the last thing that I did want to talk about had to be Boruto. Boruto is a confusing gentleman. First things first, we have to talk about what he said at the end of part 1. This man made it clear, he said he was getting a better understanding of Momoshiki's power. Now, post time skip, it looks like Boruto is not even trying to see his karma seal. Like, let's be honest. In my personal opinion, something happened over the time skip that we just haven't necessarily seen yet, and I'm pretty sure they're probably going to let us know. But I'm really, really excited to see exactly what happened. I really do think that it's possible that Momoshiki took over. Now, one of the things that I do think is a possibility on why he's not really using the karma seal, it's possible that they had some sort of seal made to like constrain Momoshiki, and every time that he does use the karma seal, the seal weakens. If you guys do recall, it was kind of the same thing with Karma, and we always compare Momoshiki's situation with Boruto to Karma's situation with Naruto. Every time that Naruto did actually utilize some of Karma's chakra, the seal weakened, and not only that, the seal also weakened over time as well. So this could be a very similar situation. Now, Boruto, in this particular chapter, again, he's essentially on the sidelines chilling because his karma still hasn't receded. And not only that, this right here is also interesting as well, because if you guys do recall, when Boruto's karma seal appeared before, it wasn't necessarily like he had a hard time of just like putting it back. Like, whenever Boruto activates his karma seal, he knows how to deactivate his karma seal. Now it's looking like it's staying there. Like, he flew away, he got all the way away from Kawaki. Kawaki doesn't even have his karma seal on, yet Boruto's karma seal is still going haywire, and the Toad is just completely silent, like he saw a ghost or something like that. So he knows something that we don't know. Now, in my personal opinion, I think we're probably going to eventually find out exactly what's going on. And one of the things that I've been talking about for a very long time is a possibility of a Boruto Momoshiki mode. Them essentially drawing this wedge between Momoshiki and Boruto, and essentially already establishing that Boruto is extremely strong without Momoshiki. it makes me think that it's all the more possible for us to eventually get a mode that just takes Boruto to a completely new level once Momoshiki and Boruto do establish that trust. Now, if they take it the complete other way and just not necessarily have that happen because it mimics too much of Naruto and Karma's situation, I'd completely understand. But let me know what you guys think about these spoilers in the comment section down below. Again, this right here is absolutely nuts. I think the biggest part of this chapter obviously is going to be the Himawari storyline. But in my personal opinion, I think that Sarada becoming one of the god level characters is probably going to be a big thing. And one of the plot things that's probably one of the biggest is Boruto still not trusting his karma seal. I think eventually this is going to pay some serious dividends. Now, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. It's me, your boy, Bar and B, and we out.
It's a knife.